His name is Curt, a really funny guy, and this is his podcast, In the Wry. It's the In the Wry Podcast. Curt Fletcher.
Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's In the Wry Podcast, episode 71. Doing a solo one, because it's been a while. Yeah, it's probably been since July, I think, since I've recorded one of these. I decided to take the month of August off from comedy and everything, and it wasn't so bad. Didn't do any shows, anything like that. Didn't record any podcasts, obviously. But yeah, that's been going on since my last recording, which was at the end of June, end of July. Sounds right. I went to Tucson, performed at Laughs out there in Tucson. I got to perform with a couple of my buddies, Steve McGrew and Reese Moonies. And an old friend from Albuquerque, Anthony Almanzar, did a guest spot as well. So that was cool. Got to hang out with those guys for a couple days, do some shows, really good shows. I'll add a couple clips to this podcast here. Had a couple fun crowd work episodes happen. I think they might have been at the same show even. Maybe not. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Is Waldo White?
Waldo what?
Is Waldo White?
Fuck, I don't know.
You found him, you tell us.
I didn't find shit. Is that it? Weird ass hecklers here tonight. I did get a Where's Waldo book on tape though. That's pretty fun. I was silent for like 40 minutes. And the dude's like, there he is. He whispered, he goes, he's white. So yeah, he's white. What? More alcohol. Okay. Good. Yeah. Do what? These guys? You saying people need more alcohol to find me funny? Is that what you're saying? I wonder if that's how it is with you with your looks. Yeah, Tucson's always great. Love going there. Great club, great crowds. Hoping to get back there soon. Also got to hang out with my friend Jessica, make some prank calls with her. It's always a fun time. I'm still 12 years old making prank calls. Yeah, so after that, I came back home. Took the month of August off. My sister had surgery, so I was kind of looking after her, making sure she was okay and stuff like that. And she's doing a lot better now. She still has some pain. She had part of her intestines removed, and something on her bladder, something gross. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, she's doing a lot better now, which is great. So yeah, I took August off. My first show back was September 14th or something like that. I was kind of nervous I was going to be rusty. So I had to do a full 30-minute set. And it's at this bar. It was like this little, I guess it's like a pot dispensary place where you can actually hang out and smoke as well. And I don't know if you know this, but I have asthma, and smoke kind of messes with me sometimes. So I actually had to sit in the other room for most of the show, so I didn't get to watch a lot of it. But just walking through that room when I got there, I think I got high just from walking through. So I was pretty stoned by the time I got on stage, even though I didn't smoke anything. But it ended up being a good show. It was, pretty solid 30. And A lot of people were pretty stoned, so, some delayed laughter here and there, but overall, it was a fun show. That same week, man, I had a lot of fun shows that happened in September. So the following Monday, my buddy Rusty Rutherford asked me if I would do a charity gig with him and another comic named Tierney Staley. And so we basically got paid to hang out on the golf course all day and heckle golfers while they're trying to golf. Sounded like a really fun gig at first, and it was a fun gig overall. Got to hang out with those guys all day and laughed a lot and stuff, but it was harder than I thought it was going to be. Talking shit to your friends and stuff like that, or people in the crowd. That's pretty easy, but you're basically just like talking shit about people's appearances when they come up to golf, and I don't know. It's not fun to do. Obviously, fat guy, you're gonna make fat jokes and stuff like that. So, so that part wasn't as fun. But a lot of them were good sports, so that that made it a lot easier. But I didn't come up with anything for the women. Because like I said, you do the jokes based on their appearance, and I don't want to talk shit about any of the ladies that were there. Yeah, it was pretty fun though. It was, most of the people took it pretty well, and there were a couple douchebags here and there, but nothing really bad. But the worst part was probably getting up at 5 a.m. for that. So the event started at I don't know, we got there at 7. I think it ran from 8 o'clock till 3-ish. I don't know. Golfing. And a couple nights after that, I got to perform at the Albuquerque Funny Fiesta, which is Albuquerque's only comedy festival, and I got to perform there. This is my first time performing at that. I don't know how many years they've been doing it, but first time, so that's fun. The little set at Dry Heat Comedy Club. It was a Thursday night. Had a really solid lineup. So it was cool. I wish I would have got to stick around and watch some other shows for the festival, but I had to fly out to Phoenix Friday morning. Did a Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Glendale with my buddy Tim Gaither. That's a fun room. It's right there in the Westgate area, which is nice. I got one really weird, I think it was the first show, Friday early show, was just weird, and I don't know, they didn't really laugh at anything, which makes it pretty difficult to have fun at all. But the rest of the week was pretty good. I mean, there was kind of light crowds, if I remember right. It's been a while already. It's been almost a month. But no, they were fun. Got to ride in a Tesla for the first time. Well, it's my second time. I rode in an Uber to the airport in a Tesla, but the opener, God, I just forgot his name. Great dude too. He had a Tesla, and he's making that opener money, so he can afford a Tesla. So he picked us up Saturday night to go to the show. He was just showing us how much power it had and how fast it can go in a short amount of time. So just on this little stretch of road from the hotel before we got to the main road. I don't know how fast he went, but holy shit, that thing is pretty powerful. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I just can't imagine going on the highway with that thing. I don't know. But yeah, Glendale was a good time. Tom runs a really good club there. If you get a chance to work it or go there and catch a show, definitely check it out. And then after Phoenix, me and Tim flew back out to we flew out to LA. I went and stayed with him for a few days so we could film some videos and do some writing and things like that. And he ended up getting me a gig on Monday night in Torrance, not too far from his house, at a venue called The End. And man, it was a really cool venue. I've done a decent amount of shows in LA, and like in the LA area. That's probably my favorite one I've ever done. The other ones I've done, I don't know. I did the Dime Bar once, and that was like, I don't know, it was really tiny, and there's like no one there, so it was, I don't know, it's kind of lame. I did Sal's Comedy Hole a couple times, and that was pretty fun. We had a decent crowd. But yeah, this one was really good. It was a good crowd, probably seats about 100 or so, and I don't think they had 100 that night, but it was pretty full. And I was actually a little nervous because they had the whole lineup was like, at the beginning of the show was all nationally touring headliners. You know what I mean? And I had to follow Tim, which I've never done before because I usually open for him. And so that was different. But I did well. I had a good set, and actually wrote a joke when me and Tim were hanging out in Glendale. I wrote a joke and I gave it to him because it kind of fits in his set. He tried it out and I got a good laugh, so that was cool. Yeah, the set went well. People there were super cool. Hopefully I can go back and do another set there sometime. But yeah, they have shows every Monday. They do open mics here and there, but I think the Monday night is usually a booked showcase. So they've got some pretty solid comics. Orny Adams was headlining the week after I was going to be there, and Tim opened for Jeremy Piven there once. Tim even did a headline show there on a Saturday night a few weeks ago. So that was cool. Then we filmed a video that I think is going to be pretty funny. We're going to release that. Well, it's almost wrestling season, so our podcast is starting back up. Stop Stalling Podcast. So if you're into wrestling, check us out. So we'll probably debut the video right around our first episode. Should be in a couple of weeks. I still have to finish editing. It's a pretty long video. It's probably going to be 15 to 20 minutes unless I chop it up even more. But we'll see. It might piss some people off, but I think it's going to be pretty funny. So yeah, I'm excited to get that podcast rolling again. Hopefully I can get this rolling again. It's hard to... I had a couple guests lined up like the last couple of months, and just can never find the right time in our schedules to do it, even though my schedule's pretty wide open. But yeah, I'll try to get better at doing this. I don't know. I started this in 2020. I should have over 100 episodes now, but I don't. I wonder how many I've deleted. I've probably deleted 5 or 6 solo episodes, at least. But oh well, it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm making money off of this thing or any, whatever. So yeah, wrestling's starting up pretty soon, which I'm super excited about. Probably won't be able to make it to Iowa City for any wrestling this year. I was kind of hoping to, but going to Iowa for about a week to officiate my cousin's wedding and at the end of November, beginning of December, but they don't have any home duels while I'm there, so won't get to see anything like that. The Iowa football team's kind of, I don't know, they're 6-2, but they're kind of hard to watch this year. Their offense is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I think it's really bad. Like they're even worse than the Lobos on offense, which is rough. You'd think Big Ten team could figure out offense, but it's not going well. But they're 6-2. They keep finding ways to win. Except last week when they got hosed by the ref, but that's another story. Anyways, I don't know what else to talk about really. So Tim Wakefield died. Tim Wakefield, former baseball player, played a long time with the Boston Red Sox. And actually, I have kind of a funny story about Tim Wakefield. Back in 1992, I was 12 years old. Me and my brother usually get to go to like one Iowa Cubs game a year. The Iowa Cubs are the AAA team for the Chicago Cubs. And every year we got to go catch a baseball game. And 1992, they were playing the Buffalo Bisons, I think it was. They were the AAA team for Pittsburgh Pirates at the time. And they had an awesome lineup, too. They had one of the first three guys in their lineup hit home runs that day. It was like back to back to back. Al Martin was the first one. I think Jeff King was second. And I'm pretty sure Jay Bell was the third guy. But I don't know if he was in the minors in 1992. I'd have to look. Anyways, I got to see 3 home runs back to back to back, which was pretty impressive. But before the game started, me and my brother, we got to hang out. We're up in the left field area, and the other team was, I guess that was their bullpen area maybe. And Tim Wakefield was actually warming up over there. He wasn't pitching that day, but he was over there throwing some pitches. And I just remember, he was throwing knuckleballs, and me and my brother were kind of laughing and stuff. And so we started heckling him. I remember saying something like, "You're never going to make it to the majors throwing like that." I remember him looking up and kind of laughing. And I don't know, we just kept heckling him, and he was a good sport about it. He was having fun with us, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I was like, I hope he makes it to the majors, because he actually seemed like a cool guy, And he wasn't a dick to us about us heckling him. And then, like a month or two later, he was up in the bigs, like kicking ass. Like he had a really good rookie season with the Pirates. I think he almost won the Cy Young even. Or close. I don't know if he got votes or whatever, because he only played half the year up in the major leagues. I'd have to look up his rookie numbers, but I don't know. So I always kind of followed him throughout his career and stuff like that. It seemed like a cool guy. So rest in peace, Tim Wakefield. He was pretty young, like 57 maybe, I think it said. So that sucks. Anyways, I'm going to go watch the Monday Night Football game. Got some shows coming up. November 16th, I'll be here in Albuquerque at Boxing Bear Brewery. My pal, Big Benny Martinez, it's his 20-year anniversary show, and he wants me to be a part of it. So definitely want to do that, support Benny. He's always been a good buddy of mine. So if you're in Albuquerque, come check out that show. It's Thursday night, November 16th, Boxing Bear Brewery. I don't think the tickets are on sale yet, but they will be very soon, and I will have a link to that on funnyfletcher.com. Let's check out the website for that. Also, I'll be filming a special for Dry Bar Comedy. Not Dry Bar, Open Bar. Dry Bar is the clean comedy. Open Bar is not. Open Bar is a thing that my friend Ron Feingold runs. It's his version of Dry Bar, but not clean comedy. So I'll be recording one of those specials in Colorado Springs at Looney's Comedy Corner, February 9th and 10th, and I don't think the tickets are on sale for that yet. I'm going to check the website real quick just to make sure. But once they are on sale, I'll definitely have them up on my website. Let's see. yeah, they're not on there yet. So once they are up there, I'll get them on my website, funnyfletcher.com. If you go to funnyfletcher.com, you can also sign up for my newsletter. Try to post one monthly. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Like August, I didn't post one just so I was taking the month off. Yeah, that's it. That's it for now. Trying to get some more guests lined up. Hopefully we'll have that happen. If not, I'll just record these solo shitty podcasts. Thanks for checking it out, though. Also, thank you to Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup for the intro music, and John Singleton from Anesthesia for outro music. Another thing I wanted to mention, I did take my nephew to a couple concerts. I hadn't been to any concerts this year, and then went to 2 in 3 nights, so that's cool. Fear Factory was one of them. They played at the Sunshine Theater. I actually saw them play at the Sunshine in 2001, so it was kind of cool to see them again. New singer, Dino, the guitar player, is I think the only one that's still there. Yeah, it was a cool show. Lions at the Gate played. My buddy is their tour manager. He actually gave me a free hat. He also gave me an autographed CD, which I gave to my nephew. And my friend's band, Thrall, opened the show, so that was really cool. And then 2 nights later, we went to see Avenged Sevenfold at Isleta Amphitheater. And I hadn't been out there in years. It's a cool amphitheater, outdoor. Man, if you haven't seen Avenged Sevenfold in person, fucking check them out. I was pretty blown away by their show. They put on a really good show. The guitar player is awesome. One of the best live bands I've ever seen. I had to sit through a shitty band called Falling in Reverse, but it was worth it. Yeah, Falling in Reverse kind of sucks. And my nephew told me their singer's a rapist, so fuck him. So yeah, anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.